Victor Wembanyama has been upgraded to questionable for Friday night's game against Dallas Mavericks after he missed Wednesday's game. The Spurs are monitoring Wemby closely. He aims to play one more game of 20 minutes or more to meet the 65-game threshold for league awards. The third-year superstar has been having a career year until this point, averaging career highs in points, rebounds per game, and field goal percentage. We know how much that those awards obviously mean to him. He's talked about it and the significance of that. He wants to be legendary, et cetera, et cetera. I think he also wants to be considered somebody that you just don't mess with on the court. So Perk, I want to go to you on this. Is Victor Wembanyama on offense unguardable?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a game plan out there that coaches can design or go over and shoot around or in film to stop Wemby offensively. Seriously. It's nothing that this man can't do. And the thing that I love about Wemby is that he has finally found that balance and accepted in the acceptance of being a big man first that has guard skills. I love the new Wemby. The new Wemby is being more involved in pick and rolls, rolling to the basket, getting touches at the nail. You can run pin downs for him. And push come to shove, if he want to push it in transition, he could get into his Jamal Crawford bag. It's not a game plan that you could put to stop this man. He's giving me Jokic-type vibes. And when I say that, it's because now he's starting to get it, and now he's starting to make guys around him better. So now he's seeing the floor. He's seeing guys cutting when people are sending triple teams at him. And so when you look at him going into the postseason, one of the main reasons I have the Spurs winning it all is because of this generational talent that we're seeing right now in Victor Wembanyama.
I'm laughing at myself as I teed up Perk saying that, is he unguardable on offense? I mean, the guy's 7'4". Kind of hard to stop that, Vinny, but is there any sort of blueprint to do that?
I don't know if there is. I mean, I'm amazed that Perk saying extolling the virtues of Oklahoma City 5 minutes ago and then saying San Antonio was going to win it all. We can talk about that later. But I wonder about the physicality aspect of it. I do wonder how he's going to be officiated in the postseason. He's not a foul merchant by any means, but per 36 minutes, he goes to the line 9 times a game. He only plays 29 minutes. You're going to up that. And I wonder if you're going to send someone to just face guard him. And because he has this rib injury, I'm not saying anybody's going to go and attack him like it's a boxing match, but if you know something's a little tender, you may put an elbow there. You may put a forearm there. You may do something to make that vulnerable area a little more vulnerable. And once again, we don't know what the officiating looks like. And it takes big men, especially big men who go to the line, who play through contact, a little bit longer to understand the cadence of that. Even LeBron had to go through that. His second year in the playoffs, he went to the finals. The only player that I can remember that literally just figured it out as a young player from year one was Irvin Magic Johnson, and that was, 45 years ago. That was a long, long time ago. I still think that Wemby's going to have to go through some playoff pain, especially with the officiating, because as a basketball public, we like physical basketball, and the NBA in the last 3 or 4 years has allowed more physical play. They've swallowed their whistles, especially when it comes to what may be considered marginal contact that may be touch fouls. They let it go.
I don't care who's refereeing. We could be refereeing that game. I don't care how physical it is. Wembanyama is unstoppable no matter what you do. That dude, I know he looks skinny, but he is an imposing physical figure. And the thing that Wembanyama has that is absolutely scary is that teams may play good defense against him in one game. When he comes back, he has you figured out. I want to go through some of the worst games that he's had this season. He played a bad game against the Rockets early in the season, 0 for 7 from 3, came back, got to the free throw line 15 times. Phoenix put small guys on him, and everybody said, oh, we got Victor Wembanyama figured out. Put a small guy on him. He had 34 the last time he played and a game winner against them. Pistons beat him up. What does he do next time? Jalen Duren, 4 fouls, get out the game. Hornets, Musa gave him a tough time, came back, blew them out. Victor Wembanyama is a cheat code because no matter how physical, what scheme you have, you may get him game 1, game 2, he's coming back and he has this thing worked out. Unstoppable does not even begin does not even begin to describe what we're dealing with Victor Wembanyama, and ain't nobody stopping him come playoff time. If the Spurs lose, it's because the guys around him fall short. Victor Wembanyama going to do him.
So are you picking the Spurs to beat the Thunder?
No, I'm not picking the Spurs to beat the Thunder. I'm picking the Thunder to beat the Spurs in 7 because of the guys around Victor Wembanyama that have questions about. Victor going to get his numbers in that series.
I just have this image in my head, Vinny, of like smaller guards trying to like reach up with their elbow to like dig it into Victor Wembanyama with the rib injury. Perk, final word here.
I mean, look, I get where Vinny is coming from, but we're not in the early 2000s or the 90s no more. Guys just don't mix it up like that no more, Vinny. And let me say this to you, for as, getting the cheap shots in. Now, I used to do that, but they don't have no more me's in the game no more, okay? That's number one. Number two, David, this is why I agree with you. When you talk about the bounce-back games and the growth of Wemby, think about this. At the beginning of the season, he was hanging out on the perimeter. The Spurs, they were trying to figure out how to get him touches at the mid post, and that's when teams were putting smaller guards on him. Okay, now what they're doing is you could put a smaller guard on him. Guess what he's doing? Rolling right around to the basket, to the rim, and all those guards are just throwing it up, and there's nothing that you could do about it because he's just catching and he's finishing. Not only is he the most unstoppable, but with Giannis being out and having his up and down season, dealing with injuries and all the nonsense with the Bucks, Wemby has been the most dominant player this year in the NBA.
All right, 2 games for the Spurs to close out the season, both of them at home against Dallas and then Denver on Sunday. All right, straight ahead with the Bucks season in shambles and Giannis now being ruled out for their final home game. How badly has all of this been handled?
Of my own, and there's more news for Rich Eisen Productions and a fantastic show to tell you about in hour 3. Stay tuned for that, kindly, after Nate Bargatze leaves the studio in hour 3, right here on ESPN2. And shortly before Seth Rollins is about to sit in this chair, I just wanted to share this news. And it's going to be an amazing day in sports. The finale to the Masters, a tradition unlike any other. And it's the last day of the NBA regular season. We're going to find out who's playing who makes it and who doesn't, who's in the play-in tournament. We pretty much do know all that for the most part right now. But there is still some maneuvering on the final day of the NBA campaign, as the Lakers, without Luka and without Austin Reeves, are now teetering in between hosting the Rockets in a first-round series or not. And then you have the Nuggets that have taken advantage of the Lakers', dare I say, injury-marred swoon here. They're now the 3 seed. And as you could see, the play-in tournament is somewhat set in the West. So, there's that on Sunday night prior to the Sports Center. And then in the East, you've got the Knicks and the Cavaliers so close, teetering between hosting either the Hawks or the Raptors or the Magic or the Sixers or even the Hornets. I mean, that's a lot up in the air on the eastern side of things between now and Sunday. It's also the final potential home game of